We
Yeah.
are just over 4 months away from the Game Awards, and there are already predictions on who will take home the Game of the Year award. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and check out this Instagram post from Games GG.
So as Morgan said, check out this Instagram post from games.gg. They put together a probability of which games will take home the award. Leading the potential winners is Clair Obscur Expedition 33 with 66.7%. Also on the list is Donkey Kong Bonanza at 10.2%, Death Stranding 2 at 7.5%, Split Fiction at 6.3%, which Morgan and I still have to play, Monster Hunter Wilds at 5.6%, and Assassin's Creed Shadows at 3.7%.
There's a lot here, but we want to go ahead and give you all a closer look at each game. So, first up, we have for you Clair Obscur Expedition 33. So, lead the members of Expedition 33 on their quest to destroy the Paintress so that she can never paint death again. Explore a world of wonders and battle unique enemies in this turn-based RPG with real-time mechanics. Now, I think this is a visually beautiful game. This game is gorgeous. What are your thoughts on it? I know I haven't had a chance to touch this game yet, but just from what I've seen of people playing it, from the trailers, all the stories we've written about this game so far, because this has been a record-breaking sale game for them, for the studio. Phenomenal, beautiful game.
I think there's just so much to this game that's incredible. Not only is it visually appealing, I love the fact that they used real actors to portray the actual visual, facial movements, emotion of each character throughout the story that you connect with. I think there was a lot of thought behind making this game. And I think that's what's really setting this game apart from others. So the next one was Donkey Kong Bonanza. And in this one, you will crash through walls, carve tunnels with your fists, punch straight down into the ground, and even tear off chunks of terrain to swing around and throw in groundbreaking exploration. The more you smash, the more areas open up to explore. And I know we have talked about this game a lot because it's very groundbreaking to a Nintendo Switch game, as we have seen, because it's not just your typical side scroller or platformer. It is actually something where they have learned to incorporate different physics of and different depths of the actual game itself, which is nice. So I think this is a good contender, if I'm being honest, because it is thinking outside of the box of what we see with normal Nintendo. And I think that's a good sign. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know Mario Kart has also done it. They pushed Mario Kart to be different with the latest one that came out. But I think from just a single player game and not a party game, this does take a cake for me.
Yeah, this is definitely a big deal for Nintendo specifically, and the evolution of the Donkey Kong franchise. Like, it's nice to see that they are taking the game, they are building upon it, they're improving upon it, they're making it more of a game that can be enjoyed in the modern day. Because I'm gonna be honest, a lot of Nintendo games for me are pretty boring because they're just what I've always played my entire life, and they're not like groundbreaking and like, oh my god, this is amazing, this is mind blowing. So it's definitely one of those things where I'm excited to see this evolution, especially coming from Nintendo Switch, because Nintendo needs to start evolving. So the next one from the potential, Game of the Year, could be the winners that we have been discussing today. Another one is none other than Death Stranding 2. So in Death Stranding 2, you embark on an inspiring mission of human connection beyond the UCA. Sam, with companions by his side, sets out on a new journey to save humanity from extinction. Join them as they traverse a world beset by other worldly enemies. obstacles, and haunting questions. Should we have been connected? Now, honestly, Death Stranding, even the first game, very story rich, a little slower, but a very also beautiful game. And I do think this could be a strong contender. Not gonna lie.
So from the first one that we had, Death Stranding, the first one, that one took home at least 4 awards. So it
Yes.
took home a BAFTA Games Award for Technical Achievement. It took home the Game Award for Best Score and Music. It took home the Game Award for Best Performance. And it took home the Game Award for Best Game Direction. So with the improvements that we've seen on this one, the fact that it is something that is very story driven, very visually driven, I see that it could honestly be a good contender. It may even be pretty close between Death Stranding 2 and Clair Obscur because of the fact that they are both story. And this could be the year of heavy stories. So, in Split Fiction, you will embrace mind-blowing moments as you're pulled deep into the many worlds of Split Fiction, a boundary-pushing co-op adventure. I love this game. I think this game is actually from the developers of It Takes Two,
Which It Takes Two
and
brought in many awards. It won
Yes.
Game of the Year back in 2021.
visually appealing, visually stunning.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
love the fact of Morgan and I love the fact that it's literally people of two opposite genres, two genres that both of us are very much into.
Yeah.
But like it's opposite genres, and being able to go back and forth between two different things. I know there's like all types of stuff in the game regarding like you don't just play as humans, you play as like creatures, you ride dragons, like that's just from trailers seeing those kinds of things. But definitely a game that I can see is a contender, but I don't know if it would make Game of the Year. And I'm not trying to, poo-poo it away. I just feel like it could do better in maybe like a co-op thing, or maybe it's a performance thing, or
I do think this game is going to take home awards. If it's not Game of the Year, it's taking home other awards. Well, next up, another game we have is actually Monster Hunter Wilds. So, in Monster Hunter Wilds, the unbridled force of nature runs wild and relentless, with environments transforming drastically from one moment to the next. This is a story of monsters and humans and their struggles to live in harmony in a world of duality. Now, I've heard a lot of good things about this Monster Hunter installment. I've heard a lot of good things about Monster Hunter Wilds. I've heard a lot of things about the franchise in general. I have not played this game, though I do think it looks great. I think it is extremely enjoyable. I will say, I say this a little naively, I don't know if this is Game of the Year contender. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't think this game will take it. Right now, it has, for recent reviews, overwhelmingly negative reviews for it.
Yeah.
It's leading with mixed reviews. We're not seeing the spike of popularity like we did with the first one. One person says that the game itself is pretty fun, but the performance, yeesh. A game that doesn't look that much better than World while running worse than Dragon Dogma 2 is something to be said. Another person says that Capcom actively thinking they can get away with how this game runs is baffling. They don't acknowledge the problems, and they made zero progress to fix these issues in the past 3 months this game has released, because they think it's a bad investment. So it seems like there's an optimization issue with this game. And if you have overwhelmingly negative reviews, I don't think it's going to do well. All right, lastly is Assassin's Creed Shadows. You'll experience an epic action-adventure story set in feudal Japan. Become a lethal shinobi assassin and powerful legendary samurai as you explore a beautiful open world in a time of chaos. I think this game, I think people were having issues with this game, and they said that it wasn't as good as they thought it was going to be, from what I remember.
I mean,
I'm
there was
gonna
also
look up
just a
and
lot
see
of
what it
hate with
is.
this game over us having a black samurai, which is annoying because it wasn't common. There is actual historical bits of there actually being samurais who were, you know, ethnically black and everything. So it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, there was a lot of hate early on for this game for like reasons that shouldn't have had to have the hate, in my opinion. I have heard about like some optimization issues for the game as well.
There has been a lot of updates they've already put out. They have a new roadmap, so I'm looking at their homepage right now on their Steam page. Um, so a lot of stuff that they're doing with the game to kind of keep it going, which is nice. But as far as a contender, I don't think it's gonna get up there. I
I
think
don't.
there are other ones out there that are way higher in the food chain of gamers and how they've done it.
There's so many games that come out in a year that it's hard to keep track of everything. And I do think that there could be a game that comes out later this year that could knock Clair Obscur out. I don't know what it is. It could be one I don't even know yet. So it's hard to say for sure. Like, do I think Clair Obscur has a good like running for Game of the Year? Absolutely. I think we also have some other amazing games that have came out that could have that chance as well. I did not expect Astrobot to take it last year. So there could be something that could end up taking it this year that I never expected as well. You never know when it comes to, to a whole organization making the decisions.